Hi guys, this is me, Jakey Boy 123 for another tutorial in how to make food puff. Alright, first, hi there Santa. Okay, first you need three things. Okay, first one you need land. Let me lower the volume. I'm sorry. First is land. So you need like 10k spina. Next is you need stove. We'll see how we're just gonna go to the land and buy a stove, and then medicine points. Okay, medicine points is where you go to menu, character, stats, production. So you know how you process items, and it will become points, and your medicine point should be at least almost max because you'll be needing a lot of medicine points. So that's it. Three things before you start. You need to prepare these three things: 10k spina, stove, and medicine points. Medicine points, you could search how to farm for medicine points, but the best spot is here in Hora, where over here, the east, ultimate sewer east. There's a monster there, but there's a spot there that gives a lot of medicine and drops all medicine points items. So anyway, enough of that. Let's get going to our house or your land. Go to your land. Alright. So this will be, you'll be seeing my land. Woohoo! But yours, if you haven't created your land yet, you will have to pay 10k to buy the land. And your land will have like only small land. The one that I have, I bought like more land space, and I bought all this stuff. It's like the Sims. You have to farm for it to buy those stuff. But anyway, now we're here. Let's go to planting first. Okay, when you click the menu, you'll notice the menu, or the what you call this, it's different. It's not, the icons here are different. It's not the typical icons. To switch back to it, you click this one, switch menu. See, this is your normal one. Here is your, what you call this, for the pet, for your house, and for your garden management and partition settings. So what we have to go first is we need to go to the garden. Okay, go to garden, and then you gonna go to manage, oh no, manage garden, edit, and check garden. Okay, you see I'm here at my garden. Gonna check my garden. Dun, 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 dun. Again, we get menu. Oops. So right now you're at your garden. Oh wait, now what we want to do is we're gonna edit your garden. Right now it has plants, but when you're gonna go, when you first come here, you will not have any plants. So let's see how we're gonna, what I'll do is what you have to do is edit and check garden. So right now I'm in public mode, so you have to switch to edit mode so that you can edit it and nobody can enter your island. So now it says select the category. There's a field, tree, and flower. Flower, this one are pretty unuseful. Do not do not buy this because it only gives you flower nectar, so you don't need this. Tree, so if you're lazy and don't want to water your plants, tree is good. Yeah. And field, I mean, tree is the only difference between the tree and the field is the tree, you only need to wait for one day and it will give you some ingredient points. But for the field, you need to wait like 5 days or a week for it to grow some ingredient points. But the thing is, you'll get more points with the field than the tree. Okay, so that's how it is. So also, so it's advisable to always make these fields. Yeah. So right now I'm unable to use anymore because I've filled everything. See? So now I'm just gonna show you how it is. Now I'm gonna, for example, oh, it's already 73%. I don't wanna. Okay, I'm just gonna delete one. Okay, let's see. Let's see here.
Or in the garden for fresh.
Alright. So now I'm gonna edit. No, I'm gonna show you how you make one. So I'm just gonna delete one. Then I'm gonna plant another new one. See? Let's say I'm gonna plant a tomato field. When you click use material, you see here it costs 149 medicine points. You wanna look for the one that costs more, because the more the expensive medicine points it is, the more it will give you ingredient points. See, 395. Here is 286. Here is 763. Here is 149. So clearly we want to use the daikon one because it's expensive. Use that one, and you see here it's saying how much that you want to put. So you always want to put it at max so that you could get a lot of ingredient points once it grows. Always max it, okay? Don't be cheap, or else you'll also get cheap ingredient points. So click that one and then grow, and then you have to move here so you could plant it, and you say press OK. That's it. Now you've planted your plants. Now you just leave it for some days. So let's get out of here. Yeah, so after one day you will have to what you call this, you will have to wait. Okay, so here's the thing. When you are planting, you have to always check every 12 hours. You go for menu, garden management, harvest crops, and you see here, these are all the plants that you've planted. And then you have here water water. You could water just one of the plants, but why just water one plant when you could water everything? So when you water the plants, you see this percentage, 73%, it will grow it will grow, and then it will grow to 99% or 100%, then you can harvest it. But right now you will have to wait like 1 day or 2 days, but every 12 hours your water will run out, so you have to keep watering them every 12 hours. But for the tree or the fruit, yeah, fruit trees grow without water. So yeah, you don't need to water the trees. So if you're lazy, like I told you, plant the trees. But you will get less you will get less ingredient points, but it's not that really less. Like it's just 30% less or something like that, or yeah, or 50% less. No, I think it's 30% less. But anyways, so after it's 100%, you will see this button here, harvest. All you have to do is click harvest, and then it will show you the ingredient points earned. You see, 123. The reason why I got 123 because you saw there was 3 apples, right? One apple is like something, like some points. So it's a total of 3. So I got like 40 points for each apple. Also, after you harvest the fruit or the ingredient points, after what you call this, after you plant it again, your ingredient points will now decrease a little bit. So it's a good idea if you're noticing you're getting really less ingredient points from your plant and trees, you have to delete them and plant a new trees, and again you have to farm medicine points. But me, I don't really delete them. It takes like for me it takes like a month or 2 months until I change them and plant a new set of plants, a field and trees. So that's it. That's the guide for the planting. So that's how you get your ingredient points. Now let's go to cooking, the important part. No, everything is important. So now you see here, this is my stove. I'll show you how to make stove. You need to have a house, right? So even though you don't have this beautiful house, this small house, I mean, you could what's important is you just buy a stove for now. Okay? To buy a stove, you go to house management, manage furniture. And then here you go to the right and houseware. You see here, I even have an extra. So what are the ingredients? All you need is metal. 10,000 points of metal for this kitchen stove. This one is what it's loading. It's taking time. Doesn't say because I have one already. Here is metal and mana. So you have to farm metal and mana for this one. How about this one? Oh, oil stove B. So don't use that. I recommend just farm metal points. Or for example, let me place this first to see. Okay. So how much is it? This one, I recommend to get this one, metal and mana. So you just need 600 points of metal and 400 points of mana. So either or, whatever you have. If you have more metal points, then go for it. If you have mana, no, I think it's better to get this because only 600 points and 400 points of mana rather than 10,000 points. Takes a long time. Yeah, this one is expensive too. Yeah, 600, this is the cheapest one you could get. So yeah, use that one. Yeah. Oops, let me see. Nope. Okay, let me wait. I want to remove this one. Oops, action remove. Okay, that's it. So now let's start to cooking. Action. Oops. Okay. So right now I'm in edit mode where you wanna go to public mode for you to cook. So to do that, you click this one on the top, edit mode, switch to view mode or public mode. So now I'm in view mode. You can see your pets now because it's in view mode. So right now we're gonna cook. We're ready. The most awaited part. The most awaited part. Oh no, I was tired. Okay, let's go. So now, right now I have, when you see this icon, it means I have something cook. So it's, but anyways, I'm gonna show you guys what to do. So when you click this one, usually there will be a different, this will pop up. Right now, since I'm cooking, it will say this one. Right? This is the one that I cook, level 5, 300 MP. But when you click this one, this food icon over here, you'll see the different kinds of recipes. So take note that when you first cook, you'll only have this icon here on the top left that says cook question mark question mark question mark. It means you will cook a random recipe and you might come up with a new recipe. So since you don't have recipe yet, the first thing you created will be a new recipe. So you cook it, it will stay here for 12 hours. Once you're done, it will appear here in your recipe list. And then, for example, you got like a strength buff. It will appear here, and then you can cook it again as much as you want, and it will level up. So that's how we use the cook. That's how you level up the buff. But if you want a new recipe, you have to keep on cooking this triple question mark until you get the desired buff that you want. But there are some instances that since it's random, you might cook the old recipe you have. So you might cook, if for example I have all of this, right? If I click on this one, I might randomly cook the attack again and not create a new recipe. So it's pretty random. You might not get a new recipe, so you might get like dark resistance again. So you have to really wait for you to get the actual recipe that you really want. So that's the hard part. Like when I was creating recipe, I was actually aiming for the MP, and it took really a long time that I just started cooking the critical rate. You see here, and also you see here that the experience, it says experience 2, experience 1, experience, you see on the critical rate is saying experience 21. The experience is actually the count of how much you've cooked it. So the more experience you do, the higher the level it will get. And you see here also the food points is different from each recipe. Some has 600 points, some has 200 points, and the most expensive one is the, where was it? I don't have it. It's the drop rate one, which is, oh no, yeah, this one, 10,000 points. It's like the max ingredient points. So yeah, this is the most rarest recipe that you could acquire, but you know, it's, you could only get it after you get 10,000 ingredient points, so you cannot really cook it every day because it's 10,000 points and you have to takes like weeks for you to get your ingredient points, and it doesn't really max it out right away after you harvest it. So yeah, the best recipes are, the strengths, the intelligence, the agi, attack, magic attack. The critical rate is pretty useful too. The the damage to fire and that one, yeah, maybe, but not so. Aggro is useful too, and aggro negative is useful. Drop rate is useful, and the rest, magic barrier, not really. So the resistance is not really too. Yeah, so the most important ones are the stat buff, and the HP buff, the MP buff, and the critical rate buff. Yeah, those are the most important ingredients. So that's it. Just select whatever you want and keep on cooking it. So you have to cook every 12 hours. So if this icon disappears, or if there's no food on the pan, it means you could cook again. And to know how long has it been, you go to menu and then you switch this one. For example, you're outside your house, you just go to your character, you go to stats. Oh no, I mean, when you go to character, it will show here 170 minutes or 2 hours and 50 minutes for the cooking to last, to be gone, to the cooking effect buff to be gone. And then once you click here and you click character, you don't see the pan there, it means it's ready for you to cook again. And yeah, always, also, when you get out of your house, always set it to view mode. Do not set it to edit mode, or else your guildmates or your friends cannot visit your house. See, view mode, that's it. And then leave LAN, always say leave and set as public mode. Alright, that's it guys, that's it. That's our guide. Hope it helps. Sorry it took long. Sayonara. Bye bye. Hey, where are you running? Come here, Oni-chan.